I'm Allie.
And I'm Becki.
We are registered dietitians that are passionate about using food as medicine.
In today's video, we are going to be talking about foods as well as supplements to help support and enhance your libido. So let's start off before we get into boosting our libido, just talking a little bit about the health benefits of sex.
Yes, there are so many different influences that sex has on the body that can be very favorable. We see an impact on our mucosal membranes, and that's reflected in our secretory IgA, which is a marker that we associate with mismanaged stress, as well as autoimmune conditions and leaky gut. We see that sex can be cardiovascularly enhancing as a form of exercise, which can support reducing blood pressure. We also get endorphins from intercourse and sexual activity, and we see that endorphins can be a natural source of a pain reliever. We see that sex can aid in stress management and healthy sleep, as well as playing a role with supporting oxytocin. And oxytocin is that connection love hormone, which can be anxiolytic or anxiety reducing, enhancing trust and connection.
Super cool. So a lot of reasons to be having sex, but maybe if we're not in the mood, let's get into some of the things that we can do to enhance or get the ball rolling.
Yes, so it's kind of chicken and egg in the sense that sex can be used to relieve stress, but stress itself is not sexy. So when we have mismanaged stress levels or elevated stress, we'll see our cortisol hormone levels going up. And cortisol can be increased upwards of 4 times in a stressed individual versus a regulated or stress managed individual. This is concerning because not only does cortisol go up, which can interfere with inflammation and energy levels, but also we see on our neurotransmitters that serotonin levels start to deplete, which can drive depression and more anxiety or more heightened stress response. And also in the adrenals, our dopamine, which is our reward-seeking or bliss factor in our brain, that can actually get converted into epinephrine or adrenaline, that fight or flight chemical response.
And then we're also seeing that cortisol can drive increased belly or visceral fat and decrease our testosterone, which is going to further deplete that libido. So a go-to tool that I like to use are adaptogens, which can not only help to reduce that stress and provide stress resilience, but also actually function to support libido. So like our maca walnut caramels, we know maca to be a libido enhancing food. And then our AdaptogenBoost, I think, is a great supplement resource. The ginseng in there actually has been shown to act as a vasodilator, providing blood flow. And the rhodiola and the cordyceps can also help to just boost our mood.
Absolutely. There's a lot of hormone management that goes on when stress levels are regulated in the body. So now going into hormones, we want to support a healthy, robust testosterone expression in the body. So we have a couple different food as medicine supporters here. We'll start with eggs. It's important to acknowledge with eggs that cholesterol levels are important to have optimized and at least minimal levels of cholesterol. So not like the standard American model of suppressing cholesterol and the lower the better. We know that cholesterol is actually a building block to make all of your sexual hormones. And so if your cholesterol levels are too low, maybe using a statin drug, when we see levels under 150, we call that hypocholesterolemia. And so you don't have enough of that building block to make the testosterone. Also, we see individuals that are on those types of medications can have suppression because that HMG-CoA reductase, that enzyme pathway that drug blocks, can block production of things like CoQ10, serotonin, vitamin D, and testosterone formation. So eggs provide us a rich source of cholesterol, and a pastured egg is going to give us nice omega-3 fatty acids in that beautiful orange rich yolk. We're also getting nice B vitamins, including choline, which supports liver detoxification, and a source of vitamin D.
And then beyond supporting healthy cholesterol levels, using foods specific like bananas, which we saw in our aphrodisiac video to be kind of that nature's doctrine of signatures, a little bit phallic looking, but bananas have an enzyme called bromelain in them, one of these tropical enzymes that have been shown in studies to actually increase testosterone levels in the body. And then we might want to pair that banana, because we don't want to be eating a naked carb, maybe in a shake or a smoothie with some grass-fed whey. And that whey is going to help to further enhance our testosterone by supporting muscle mass in the body.
Yeah, it's important to note that as women and men age, we go through sarcopenia or muscle wasting, and muscle is the primary area of tissue build for women to build testosterone and secondary area of tissue for men. So incorporating ample protein in the diet is definitely key as well. And like you said, to balance out that blood sugar effect. Now, back to vitamin D, which we had in the egg yolk on a supplement form, I would ensure that if you're dealing with any low libido, or especially if dealing with erectile dysfunction and sexual performance issues, that you make sure you get your vitamin D levels checked. An optimal level is going to be between 50 to 100. There was a double-blind randomized controlled clinical trial that looked at men with low vitamin D status, and they took half of them on a placebo and the other half on 3,000 IUs of vitamin D, and they saw a significant increase in total and free testosterone in the intervention or vitamin D supplemented group. Now, our vitamin D balance blend in the Naturally Nourished line has 5,000 IUs per tiny pill, and we pair that with vitamin K1 and K2. This is important to prevent calcification of our arteries and also ensure that that vitamin D gets into the bones and works as a pro-hormone as it should in the body. But vitamin K also enhances insulin signaling and insulin sensitivity, which can help with that belly fat, because too much belly fat will turn your testosterone into excess estrogen.
Lastly, we're looking at arginine as a compound that helps to support nitric oxide in the body. So this is going to aid with enhancing blood flow, helping with injury repair, as well as immune function, and even supporting our detox processes. So the grass-fed whey is a great source of that, and then doing nuts and seeds as well would be great sources of arginine.
Yes, and studies have supported consumption of nuts and seeds to be a great way to enhance arginine levels in the body, and arginine on a supplemental level has been used clinically as a tool to reduce erectile dysfunction.
And then our fourth tip, honestly, would be just to do it, right?
Yes.
So especially for women, sometimes that act, even if you're not in the mood of just kind of going through the motions, you're gonna get in the mood. Women are more enhanced by that connectivity, whereas men can kind of just go for it.
Yes, women in fact need that trust and relationship connection, generally speaking, to get better sexual outcomes. So we can enhance oxytocin through long hugs, maybe slow dancing after dinner. A 20-second hug has actually been shown in research to enhance that oxytocin, which again is connection and trust, and also aids with arousal. And like you said, Becki, it's kind of that maybe fake it till you make it. You gotta, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you gotta get in there and get her done.
If you liked today's video, hit like, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment below with something that you learned.
You'll also see below links to the supplements discussed and some recipes to help to get you in the mood, like the one we featured on our aphrodisiac foods, as well as labs that you can look into to explore further hormone imbalance and to make sure that you're checking your vitamin D status. Emotion is lotion.
Yes.
Becky, you wanna
Use it or lose it.
clap?
Use it or use it.